Ow! Ow! Welcome to another episode of Getting Naked with Nasty on the Beats. I am Nasty on the Beats, obviously. This is a special episode. It's going to be a two-part episode where I do two beats in anticipation of my new album that's coming out that has these two beats on it. So I have a project. This particular video is being recorded on March 16th, 2025. It should be posted and airing on March 20th, which should be this coming Thursday. Just so you know how this is being set up. Today is actually March 16th is actually my sister's birthday, and I just want to take the time to acknowledge her. Her name is Angel. She's 4 years older than me. She's a great big sister, and the reason why I'm dedicating these two episodes to her, other than the fact that it's her birthday, is because she is actually responsible. Her and my mom are actually responsible for me getting my MPC1, which has launched all kind of albums and projects on the production side and on the recording side. Quick story: I was in Shreveport, Louisiana, visiting my family, mom, dad, and a sister all live there, and we were out, I was just out hanging with them. We was shopping. It was like a Saturday or something. We was at a particular clothing store. And I've been using FL Studio since like 2004. So in the time that I was making beats, I've always used FL Studio. And I knew I wanted to go to hardware. I've had friends throughout my college career and thereafter who worked with the MPC 1000, 2000, I think the 2500, 3000, the different versions of it. And I've always been fascinated by it. Some of my favorite producers actually use the MPC. So I knew I wanted to go to hardware to try it out, bang on these 16 pads. We were at a clothing store, and there was a Cash America pawn shop that was actually closer to where my mom lives, closer to that side of town. There was one that was also closer to where we were at the moment. You know what I mean? So I was trying to go to the one that was closer to the house, to my mom's apartment. My sister suggested that we go to the one that was right around the corner from where we were shopping. And we go in there. I walked right in. I didn't get 5 steps in there, looked to the left, and in their glass case, MPC1 in the box. And the rest is history. That was in September of 2023, and I've been banging on this ever since. So I just want to throw that story in there. Happy birthday to Angel. I won't say her last name. Happy birthday to Angel, my sister. I won't say how old she is today. So we're going to get into it. I have an album coming out. At the time that this is airing, it will be tomorrow from then. So March 21st, 2025, I'll be dropping an album called The Judge Hunter Green of Elohim. I am art, and this is. I've been here at my homie Lyric Hill's place recording the album, working on mixing and mastering. I got maybe one more joint that I'm trying to get him featured on. We'll see if we can get it on the album. So everything's going well with that. And I just got up this morning, and I've already got a whole bunch of episodes recorded that I'm editing and putting up, week by week. But I just felt it was necessary in anticipation of this project to go ahead and put feature a couple of beats from this album on here. So we're going to get right into it. I know I've delayed just a little bit. We're going to get right into it. I really like this beat because it's not what started the album. It's not what started out, the album process. I had a couple other beats that I was already working with. But what I do like about this, it's got almost a comic book feel to it. Y'all know I'm heavily influenced by a lot of producers. I got on one of my websites, www.dubmeatape, which is like my little blog site. I talk about hip hop on there. I mentioned my 7 top producers, my personal favorites, you know what I mean? And Madlib is listed in the 7, but he's also probably the one who inspired me to actually get into production. And I've talked about that before. Who actually made me start taking that route to production. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get into it. So y'all know I love working with international samples, so that's what I've done here. I won't play out the sample, but I will play out the different chops of it. So let's get into it right now. Let's see what we got here. Bank B, it's a few there. So that's it on the actual samples. I pulled 20 seconds, kind of moved around with that, and then I got to it, and it's got a nice little sound to it. So let's see how we're gonna start this out. Let's go solo, and let's just go with the kick. When you listen to the actual track, the kick is not as heavy. You know what I mean? So, that's my clap. I'll do a little more volume with it. Okay, let's go. What's on the 5? Huh? My bass line. Oh yeah. So solo 6. You see, I'm already in my chops. All right, 7. All right. I know it sounds weird, doesn't it? You know, it's crazy when you listen to different producers who make beats. You know, you got to ask yourself, what was their thought process when they were putting that together. So that's what let's see what's here. 4 bars. That's a Did I do? So what's cool about this, as I'm listening to it, I remember when I was going in on this beat too. What's cool about it is, as you heard me play each of the tracks, and there's 6 of them that actually have like this particular sample chops on it, it sounds like nothing. But when you get in there, watch when I put it together. You should hear how I rip on it too. Okay, now we're just gonna do the kick, the claps, and the bass line. The judge cut a grade of Elohim, the son of preside forever with no letter grade on the curve. Sun spot to a not so mellow team, the run of their hide and to establish them a way to preserve. Grape of strawberry, falls very intense. Tree trunks in, put up my justice, league in the flame. They approached the bench with a broken mention your honor. Then I held them in contempt just for speaking my name. That shit go off. Okay, now let's put it all together. Ow! Ow! another episode with Getting Naked with Nasty. Nasty on the Beat, www.nastyonthebeats.com.